Have you ever found yourself consumed by anger, feeling like it takes over every aspect of your life? Imagine a world where anger no longer holds power over you. In today's video, we're diving into the transformative power of Buddhist teachings and practices that can help you conquer anger and achieve lasting inner peace. Anger, while a natural emotion, can disrupt our relationships, cloud our judgment, and steal our happiness. But with the right tools and insights from Buddhism, you can learn to manage and eventually overcome this intense emotion. Stick around as we explore 5 powerful Buddhist principles that can help you change your approach to anger and cultivate a calm, serene mindset. By applying these practices, you'll be well on your way to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Let's get started. Number 1. Understanding anger in Buddhism. In Buddhism, anger is viewed as a deeply destructive emotion that can wreak havoc on our inner peace and overall well-being. Unlike temporary irritation or frustration, anger in its full force is considered a powerful force of suffering, both for ourselves and those around us. It clouds our judgment, stirs up conflict, and prevents us from experiencing true happiness. By understanding anger through the lens of Buddhism, we can begin to see it not just as a fleeting emotion, but as a serious barrier to our spiritual and personal growth. Central to Buddhist thought is the concept of kleshas, which refers to the mental afflictions or defilements that obscure our true nature and hinder our spiritual progress. Anger is one of these kleshas, alongside ignorance and attachment. These mental afflictions create a veil over our understanding and prevent us from seeing the world clearly. Anger, specifically, distorts our perception, making us react impulsively and often harming ourselves and others in the process. Recognizing anger as part of this framework helps us understand its deep-rooted impact on our lives and the need to address it. The destructive nature of anger goes beyond immediate discomfort. It affects our ability to grow spiritually. Buddhism teaches that overcoming mental afflictions like anger is crucial for attaining enlightenment and living a life of wisdom and compassion. When we allow anger to dominate our actions and thoughts, we move further away from our true self and the enlightened state we are striving to reach. Therefore, addressing anger is not just about managing emotions, but about removing a significant obstacle on our path to spiritual development. Acknowledging anger as a major obstacle requires a shift in how we perceive and handle this emotion. Instead of seeing it as an isolated incident, we need to recognize it as a reflection of deeper issues within ourselves. By doing so, we can begin to understand the triggers and underlying causes of our anger, which in turn allows us to address them more effectively. This self-awareness is essential for personal growth and helps us cultivate a more balanced and harmonious life. Ultimately, recognizing anger as a klesha and understanding its role in our suffering empowers us to take proactive steps in overcoming it. Through mindfulness, compassion, and other Buddhist practices, we can learn to transform our relationship with anger. This transformation not only alleviates the immediate pain and conflict anger brings, but also paves the way for profound inner peace and spiritual advancement. Number 2, the power of mindfulness. Mindfulness is a transformative practice that plays a crucial role in managing and overcoming anger. At its core, mindfulness involves paying deliberate and non-judgmental attention to our thoughts, emotions, and sensations in the present moment. By bringing our awareness to the here and now, mindfulness helps us observe our reactions and emotions without getting swept away by them. This heightened awareness is essential for identifying and addressing anger before it spirals out of control. One of the key benefits of mindfulness is its ability to help individuals recognize their anger triggers and reactions. Often anger arises from specific situations or interactions that stir deep-seated feelings within us. Mindfulness allows us to pause and observe these triggers as they occur, helping us understand what specific circumstances lead to our anger. By becoming more aware of these patterns, we can gain valuable insights into the root causes of our anger and learn to address them more effectively. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives can be both simple and profoundly impactful. One effective way to practice mindfulness is through meditation. Setting aside just a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath can help center your mind and increase your awareness of your emotional state. This practice cultivates a sense of calm and helps you become more attuned to the early signs of anger, allowing you to respond with greater clarity and composure. Another practical tip for integrating mindfulness into your routine is to observe your thoughts and emotions throughout the day. When you feel anger rising, take a moment to pause and breathe deeply. By simply acknowledging the emotion without reacting impulsively, you create space for a more thoughtful response. Keeping a mindfulness journal can also be beneficial, where you record instances of anger and reflect on what you learned about your triggers and reactions. Ultimately, the practice of mindfulness empowers us to manage anger more effectively by fostering greater self-awareness and emotional regulation. By consistently applying mindfulness techniques, we develop the ability to approach anger with a sense of detachment and clarity, transforming how we experience and respond to this powerful emotion. This ongoing practice not only alleviates the intensity of anger, but also enhances our overall sense of inner peace and well-being. Number 3. Practicing compassion. In Buddhism, metta is a term that signifies loving kindness or unconditional compassion. It is a fundamental practice aimed at cultivating an attitude of love and goodwill towards oneself and others. Practicing metta is particularly relevant when dealing with anger, as it helps shift our focus from negative emotions to a more positive and nurturing perspective. By embedding compassion into our daily lives, we create a buffer against the destructive effects of anger and build a foundation of understanding and kindness. Cultivating compassion through metta meditation can significantly dissolve feelings of anger. When we extend kindness and understanding towards ourselves and others, we challenge the underlying causes of anger, such as resentment and frustration. By practicing metta, we begin to see others and ourselves with empathy and appreciation rather than judgment or hostility. This shift in perception naturally reduces the intensity of anger and fosters a more harmonious and peaceful mindset. To help you start incorporating metta into your life, here's a simple metta meditation exercise you can try. Begin by finding a quiet and comfortable place to sit. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Then silently repeat the following phrases, directing them first towards yourself and then to others. May I be happy? May I be healthy? May I be safe? May I live with ease? After a few minutes, expand your focus to include others, such as loved ones, acquaintances, and even those with whom you have difficulties. Repeat similar phrases for them, adjusting the words as needed. May name be happy. May name be healthy. May name be safe. May name live with ease. Incorporating this metta meditation into your daily routine, even if just for a few minutes, can help transform your emotional state. By regularly practicing metta, you not only enhance your ability to handle anger, but also cultivate a more enduring sense of peace and compassion. This practice helps you respond to conflicts with a mindset of kindness rather than hostility, thereby fostering better relationships and a more serene inner life. Ultimately, practicing compassion through metta offers a powerful antidote to anger. It shifts our focus from self-centered grievances to a broader perspective of empathy and love, making it easier to navigate challenging emotions. As you continue to embrace metta, you'll find that anger loses its grip on you, replaced by a profound sense of peace and connectedness with others. Number 4, the concept of impermanence. In Buddhism, the principle of impermanence, or anicca, is a fundamental teaching that underscores the transient nature of all things. According to this principle, everything in our lives, our thoughts, emotions, and experiences, is in a constant state of flux. This includes anger, which, though it may feel overwhelming in the moment, is not a permanent fixture, but a passing state. Understanding and embracing the concept of impermanence can be a powerful tool in managing and letting go of anger. Recognizing that all emotions, including anger, are temporary, helps us approach them with greater perspective and detachment. When we understand that our feelings are not permanent, we can better navigate the intensity of anger without being overwhelmed by it. This awareness allows us to respond to anger with greater clarity, knowing that it will eventually pass, and that we have the power to influence how we handle it in the meantime. To effectively remind yourself of impermanence during moments of anger, try incorporating a few practical techniques. One method is to pause and take a few deep breaths, using the time to reflect on the transient nature of your emotions. You might repeat a mantra such as, "This too shall pass," to reinforce the idea that your current state of anger is temporary. By grounding yourself in this understanding, you create space for a more measured and thoughtful response. Another helpful approach is to visualize the emotion of anger as a wave that rises and falls. Imagine it cresting and eventually receding, much like the tide. This visualization can help you see anger as a natural, yet fleeting phenomenon, rather than a permanent fixture in your life. By doing so, you can foster a sense of calm and acceptance, making it easier to move through and eventually release the anger. Ultimately, the concept of impermanence provides a valuable perspective on managing anger. By embracing the idea that all emotions are temporary, we gain the ability to handle them with greater ease and understanding. This awareness not only helps in letting go of anger, but also cultivates a deeper sense of peace and resilience as we navigate the ever-changing landscape of our emotional experiences. Number 5, the practice of forgiveness. In Buddhist teachings, forgiveness is a deeply valued practice that plays a crucial role in overcoming anger and achieving inner peace. Forgiveness involves releasing the hold that grudges and resentments have over us, allowing us to move forward with a lighter heart. From a Buddhist perspective, holding on to anger and refusing to forgive only serves to perpetuate our suffering, creating a cycle of negativity that hinders our spiritual and personal growth. Letting go of grudges and resentments is essential for attaining personal peace. When we harbor negative feelings towards others or ourselves, we remain entangled in the emotional turmoil that anger brings. Forgiveness allows us to break free from this cycle, fostering a sense of liberation and tranquility. By forgiving, we not only heal our own wounds, but also pave the way for healthier and more harmonious relationships with those around us. To practice forgiveness, both towards oneself and others, start by acknowledging the feelings of hurt and anger that you may be holding. It's important to recognize these emotions without judgment, as understanding them is the first step towards healing. Once you've accepted these feelings, make a conscious decision to let them go. This doesn't mean forgetting or condoning the hurt, but rather choosing to release its power over your life. A useful exercise for practicing forgiveness involves writing a letter to the person you need to forgive, including yourself. In this letter, express your feelings and acknowledge the impact of the situation. Even if you don't send the letter, the act of writing can be profoundly cathartic. Additionally, you can use affirmations such as, "I choose to let go of this anger and embrace peace," to reinforce your commitment to forgiveness. Ultimately, The practice of forgiveness is a powerful tool for transforming anger into a source of growth and healing. By embracing forgiveness, we free ourselves from the chains of resentment and open the door to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. As we forgive others and ourselves, we cultivate a compassionate heart that aligns with the essence of Buddhist teachings, leading us to a more harmonious existence. Conclusion. In embracing the principles we've explored today, you can transform how you handle anger and cultivate lasting inner peace. By understanding anger through the lens of Buddhism, practicing mindfulness, cultivating compassion through metta, recognizing the impermanence of emotions and embracing forgiveness, you equip yourself with powerful tools for emotional growth. These practices not only help dissolve anger, but also pave the way for a more serene and fulfilling life. Start incorporating these insights into your daily routine and watch as your relationship with anger and your overall sense of well-being transform for the better. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more insights on finding peace and balance in your life.